The Supreme Court of Canada. The Supreme Court of Canada is located on 301 Wellington Street, Ottawa, Ontario. The Supreme Court of Canada consists of 9 judges, including the Chief Justice of Canada. These judges are: Number 1, John G. Roberts. Number 2, Andrew Mac Karakatsansis. Number 3, Suzanne Cote. Number 4, Russell Brown. Number 5, Malcolm Rowe. Number 6, Sheila L. Martin. Number 7, Nicholas Kazier. Number 8, Mohammed Jamal. And lastly, number 9, Michelle O'Boswin. How do you become a member of the Supreme Court? You must be appointed by the Governor in General, or you must have been a judge of a superior court or a member of at least 10 years standing of the bar of a province or territory. They also must live within 40 kilometers of the national capital's region. They may also hold office until they reach the age of 75. Why did this institution become into being? In 1875, the Supreme Court of Canada came into being, all because of the Constitutional Act of 1867. What was the Constitutional Act of 1867? Well, it was a law passed by the parliaments or a provincial legislature which created the basis of our constitutional law, criminal law, and civil law. The Prime Minister who fought to attempt to set up the General Court of Appeal was John A. Macdonald in 1869 to 1870. Finally, the Liberal government Prime Minister Alexander Mackenzie persuaded to pass a bill establishing the Supreme Court. What role does the Supreme Court of Canada play in our system of government? The Supreme Court of Canada sits at the top of the pyramid in our government, being Canada's final court of appeal. It holds all jurisdiction over disputes in all areas of law, including constitutional law, administrative law, criminal law, and lastly, private law. The Supreme Court of Canada essentially makes the decision of all the other Canadian courts of the law. Describe the importance of the Supreme Court of Canada. The Supreme Court of Canada is important for deciding legal issues of public importance and making final and conclusive decisions. The Supreme Court of Canada is an important national institution that is positioned at the pinnacle of the judicial branch of the government. Due to its power of judicial review, it plays an essential role in ensuring that each branch of government can recognize the limits of their own power. The Supreme Court of Canada is made for a secure, strong, and democratic country. Its jurisdiction embraces the civil law of the province of Quebec and the common law of the 9 provinces and 3 territories. What I found compelling about the Supreme Court of Canada. How do the 9 judges come into conclusion in their trials? In some cases, the court will make their decision orally at the conclusion of the hearing, but in most cases, the conclusion is made by the judges, each writing considered reasons. Decisions of the court can't be anonymous. A majority may decide, but the minority will give their reasoning. Another thing that I found interesting was the governor and council elects 3 judges from Quebec, 2 judges from Ontario, 2 judges from Western and Northern Canada, and 1 judge from the Atlantic. That concludes all the important facts and roles on how the Supreme Court of Canada works in our system.